I'm glad you found me. Thanks for joining me tonight. Let's get out of the rain and get settled in and talk a little 1111 true crime with Mama D. Remember, everything I share with you is only my opinion. I don't always agree with the ones that call me, but I respect their own expressions and beliefs. Opinion, speculation, it's all a part of every investigation, but it's only possibilities and theories based on our thoughts and feelings and not considered fact. Welcome home. Let's get in where it's warm. I've got us a nice crackling fire waiting. Well, hello, my lovelies. I hope you are well. Welcome to another evening together where we're going to talk about true crime. Happy to see everybody. Now remember, you guys, this is a live. However, you might be watching replay, and I humbly would like to thank each and every one of you that do watch the replay because you guys are beating the algorithm. And if you're here with me on the live, I am so excited to really dig into this. Now, you guys, we're going to say hello to a few people, and then we're going to talk about Sumner Wells and Sebastian Rogers. And the more I thought about it, the more I wrote down the similarities. And it was astonishing is the only word I could come up with. So let's say hello to a lot of our people here. Hello, my beautifuls. Hello, West, Mr. S, Barefoot Nana, Cherry 63, Dana Lynn, Miss Anonymous. Hello, everybody. My Mystic Journey, Kim House. Hello, 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 my beautifuls. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to talk about this as a group, right? And so I'm going to be able to post your comments and think about the similarities, like what's something that's happened in both Sumner Wells' case and Sebastian's case. And while you think on that, I'm going to just kind of talk a little bit here about both children. So let's start with Sumner Wells. She was 5 years old and she went missing on June 15th of 2021 from Rogersville, Tennessee. Okay? It was one of those cases that absolutely breaks your heart. The day is filled with a bunch of activities, including swimming at a horse pond. Allegedly, the mother got home, walked Summer into the house, and took her into the kitchen area. She claimed she said to her brothers, keep an eye on your sister. And when she came back, she said she was gone. And that's all we know to this day. Literally. We don't even know what part of that is true. It's heartbreaking. And I now understand there's a different level of Amber Alerts. And so Summer is still an Amber Alert, an active Amber Alert from my understanding, to the best of my knowledge. Now, that, like I said, Summer's disappearance of getting gone, it like broke right in our face, like it just was there one day, and we were just in shock. We saw videos such as, if you're familiar, if you've done your research on the Sumner Wells case, we saw a little like short video clip and then also a screenshot of that of Summer, which appeared to be possibly sleeping on milk jugs in the back. There was just a lot to go with that case. Now, if you switch gears, we have like, I looked it up, it was like 980 some days later, we now find ourselves with Sebastian Rogers missing. I say 980 some days, but that was from the day that Summer was reported missing to the day that Sebastian was reported missing. Sebastian got reported missing in February of 26th of this year, 2024. And again, I find like we're just, our hearts are broken. Our hands are tied. We're not seeing any relief. We're not seeing any news about these children. We're all absolutely just aghast as to what happened, because everybody knows children just don't disappear. That's a good question. How far is Rogersville from Hendersonville? Not too far, she says, Miss Anonymous. Okay, let me get that on the screen for you. Starlight Moonbeam. Hello, lovely. You say hello, sweetness. Hello. It absolutely is heartbreaking, Kim House. It really is. And it's going to even be more heartbreaking when you see, you know, they're doing already artist renditions of what they suspect Summer Wells would look like when she was older. Is that not a reality check? Right? It is for me. To me, it feels like, are we really that far? Is Summer's case cold? And the answer is yes. And that alone is heartbreaking. So they're both from Tennessee. So that's our first. Like I said, they'll be over 30. I'm going to try to keep track of them as we go so I can give you a grand total. And feel free to throw them out there and add on to the list. It doesn't matter what order these are shown in, right? And I really feel like there's so much to this. So I'm going to point out one to get us started. It's nothing, but it is a similarity. So I'm going to count it as two. So we have Tennessee. They're both from Tennessee, not too far apart. So the same demographical type terrain, right? So the second similarity to me, hello, Carolyn Miller. Welcome back, lovely. The second similarity to me, and like I said, it's nothing much, but they both have 4 names. So we've always known that it's Summer, Moon, Utah, Wells, which is kind of like part of who she is to us, right? Well, we also have Sebastian, Wayne, Drake, Rogers, 4 names. So that's my second one. And like I said, it is just a little one to throw out there to kind of get things rolling for you guys. There are so many to go over tonight. As says, we sincerely appreciate you loop a thumb up on the way in or whenever it feels right. Beats the algorithm, which means more folks see this. Keep focus on the cases. That's what we're here to do. There you go. Thank you, Carolyn Miller. She says Rogersville to Hendersonville is 2 hours and 17 minutes. That's it, you guys. That's it. That's crazy to me. Much love, dear. Okay. I don't think I had that one on my list about their initials. Yeah, they've got 4 names. So we all know that the fathers, and I'm talking all fathers, whether it's stepfather or a real father in the Sebastian case, or it's the real father in Summer Wells' case, there is no stepdad, right? However, they're at work, miles and miles away, like out of the area, right? I was like, that's so strange. Tina Edwards said they both kind of poof and gone. Right. I thought it was weird that the parents in both cases, right, spoke in past tense early on in interviews. As if there was a finality already taken place, and so it was all in a past reference. And then both sets of parents, once that was called out, like, they were called out for that, they both adjusted and made corrections. But that whole past tense, it really, why would you speak about your 5-year-old or your 13-year-old or your 15-year-old in a past tense within just a week or so of the child being missing? I find that very strange. Let me see if I can clear this. There we go. Oh, it was retracted. Shoot, I was going to show that, Miss Anonymous. It's on my list. You should have left it. All right, we're going to go ahead and talk about it. We're going to leave it at rumors, all right, of alcoholic parents. Now, I think in the Summer Wells case, it's beyond a rumor, but we're gonna give it the benefit of the doubt that there's obviously something that had them slurring their speech and acting all like whatever, right? And in the Sebastian Rogers case, there are people that believe that the mother may have alcoholic tendencies, right? In your opinion, Miss Anonymous, in your opinion, and that's one thing we need to make sure we're sharing. So when you write something like Sebastian's mom is an alcoholic, that's where we can literally get in legal issues. So I'm going to ask you to put in my opinion, or I heard, or I think, or I feel, so that it's showing that that's not, that kind of statement. Otherwise, I can't read your statement because I'm then taking the responsibility for what you're saying, if that made any sense. We have to be careful. Even though we are free to share our opinions, just make sure you're letting people know it's your thoughts. Boom! That's one I did not have on my list. We're going to put down another one here. So what we have? Tennessee. Fathers are at work. Spoke in the past tense. Alcoholic rumors of parents. So that's 4, right? And now Dreamweaver. All parents allegedly been childhood victims of SA. That's huge. You guys always bring something to the table, right? I just killed a mosquito. All right, so that gives us our 5th one right there. So there'll be plenty more. We are live, Mr. Ifs. We are. Yes, both parents allegedly had childhood victims of SA. Oh, no worries, Starlight Moonbeam Spoon. No worries. Renee Marie says, hello, everyone. I watch all your lives. I'm coming out of the bushes. Well, come on, lovely. Enjoy the night with us. Ooh, Dana Lynn, you got one that's not on mine. I got to write it. I got to put another. You get a gold star. You guys are going to get a gold star if I don't have it down. And you guys are nailing them. Dana Lynn, both male dads called in to report. Now, Candace also called in. But when it comes to Sebastian Rogers, Katie never did call. That is true. That was a good one, Dana Lynn. That was a good one. Okay, let's see what else we got. A big one. Another big one. I'm going to throw out a big one. Are you ready for this? Both sets of parents, Sebastian Rogers and Summer Wells, are claiming that they believe, now this is with Sebastian Rogers' stepdad and mom, and Summer Wells' parents, believe that someone abducted their child. That they've drawn a conclusion, that's their hypothesis, that someone abducted the child. Okay, True Seeker says, I'm seeing 4 hours separating Hendersonville and Rogersville. Right, Gemini 65, that's what we did say, that one. Disappeared without a trace, right? Davy Jones said that Deception Detective covered this case. Right. He did a good job, too, in my opinion. Wist says both moms left home to look. All right, you get a gold star. My gosh, I've got over 30, and you guys have got them, too. Look at this. We're going to learn a lot tonight. That's right. Both moms took off to look. Black Skies, I am so happy to hear from you. You say, sorry, I don't chat much. I mainly just watch and listen. Well, we are so grateful that you tune in with us. We appreciate you. Was Summer barefoot? Mystical journey, my mystical journey. Was Summer reported to be barefoot, you guys? I think you're right. Like my memory slipped. I need somebody to confirm that. I think you're right. Ooh, where were? Okay, Dreamweaver's comparing it. Okay, barefoot. There's another one. We're at 7. Another. Oh my gosh, you guys are incredible. I'll just leave my list alone till we're out of your guys' way. Because I don't even have this one. Ely Andrews. Both had dogs that didn't bark. Boom. Wow. Ely, you get a gold star too. Okay. Dixie in Tennessee Mountain says neither of these parents searched KP and CP and also CW and DW. No searching. Never searched for child on my list. And while we're at it, neither set of parents, the same parents, hung up flyers, right? Now, I have to tell you, it's really sad to say, but Candace Bly, or Candace Wells, whatever, right? She attended the vigils for Summer at least. I cannot say that about Kitty. So, I'm just saying. All right, you're right. She was barefoot. Thank you guys. Thank you, all of you. I couldn't quite remember. Sassy says, good point at West. Seems like a lot of cases find random children's shoe or a boot or a footprint in Summer's case too. Right? Yep, both barefoot. Okay. I'm way behind on chat. Yes, Summer was barefoot. Thank you guys. Like I said, you got to remind me. Okay, here's a big one I do have, but you're right. Hades, hunches, and inklings. CPS is involved, right? Right before and during the child is missing. We haven't even touched the surface, you guys. Tracy said that's a lot. Oh, we haven't even, right? Yep. We got that. Dana says both kids were barefoot. Thank you, guys. Oh, we got big booms coming yet. We got big ones coming. There is so many. And this is why I'm asking you guys. Who, besides us, and I was asking that in the title for you too, who has researched or studied the Summer Wells case? I meant you and me, right? Who of us have? And I also meant in the Sebastian Rogers case, because we're just about to really dig in. Like I have a full page. How about refusing searchers after the initial search by LA to access the property with dogs or otherwise? Absolutely refusing the property to be touched completely. Right? Boom! That's a big one too, Miss Anonymous. Both kids left with the clothes on their back. That's it. Nothing else. They didn't grab their favorite toy. They didn't grab their favorite game. Anything like that. They just, boom, gone. Right? I'm just saying. Ooh, Carolyn Miller. I'm going to even say blue-eyed. I believe Sebastian was blue-eyed. I could be wrong, but he looks like he has blue eyes. But you're saying both of them are blonde. Were they both blue-eyed and blonde hair? That's interesting. Right, you're ringing my bell. I gotcha. You're right, Davy Jones. You say, I remember references to Summer preferring to walk barefoot. I do too now. You guys got me wide awake on that, like I said. And then the dog started barking. We got so much more to do. That's right, brainstorms. This is how we got to really work through our frustrations. So stick to the case, right? Ooh, where is that? Boom, Wist, you are nailing it. No cameras. Boom, boom, boom. Not a security camera picking up this child coming to the home or leaving the home. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. Hey, bratty little me. Hello, lovely. There you go, Dreamweaver. You guys are on it. I haven't even started on my list. Oh my gosh. You say both had allegedly ADHD. Yep. No, Don Wells does not allow other people other than Ellie initially to search that property. Right? In fact, both parents, right? The Sebastian Rogers mother and stepfather, as well as Don and Candace, have threatened people about coming on their property and said it's no trespassing. Who couldn't put on his shoes? How did I miss that? Somehow my Sebastian couldn't put his shoes on? I think we would have heard that by now. You could be right. You could be right. But I'm just saying, I think we may have heard about that by now if that were true. You never know. Diane Kelly says, did you say her other kids were in the kitchen with her? And what do they say? I did not this one. No, I said she took Summer to the kitchen, right? And she yelled in the other room to the boys, keep an eye on Summer, or your sister, right? That's what I meant. Miss Anonymous, you got it. Toyota, no scent trail for either search dogs too. Now, we have the same thing actually. We have the father figure in the home, so that would be Chris Proudfoot, alleging that the dogs hit and went down to a little construction site near their cul-de-sac, their neighborhood. We have Don Wells alleging that the dogs went down over the other side of the hill, straight down to what road was that? Was that Beach Creek? Right? But neither trail went real far, and both trails for the dogs just stop, like gone, poof, which suggests a possible vehicle. I'm just being honest, right? Okay, let me get back up here. I'm way, way, way behind. Well, I don't know on this one. We've heard rumors, but we don't know. And that is that they both disappeared one day before a CPS visit or allegedly to go with us. We don't really know on that CPS one yet. We still don't know, or at least I don't know, if CPS was coming in home that day before Summer went missing. I've heard it too, but I couldn't guarantee it. But we can say they both had CPS cases open. I believe that. I do believe that, Missy. I do. Oh, Lynette Klump, you are so right, and it's not on my list. I can't believe this. Both families ask for donations for themselves, but don't ask for donations for a reward for their child. Boo! Oh, Lord. Dana, here's a weird one. Now, Summer had to sleep on a mattress in the basement. And y'all, to me, that was a dungeon, right? And we've heard rumors that Sebastian had to sleep on a mattress in the garage. And like Dana Lynn is saying, it's hearsay, right? She even put hearsay. But it's pretty strong hearsay. We just don't have facts to prove it. Yeah, it is kind of unique. JC says both have two middle names, right? Good one. My mystical journey says both parents on the phone for a long time. Both cases involve meds. Remember, we got the grandma with the meds. They're going to the pharmacy with Summer Wells early in the morning to get it filled because they had went to the ER, got a prescription for grandma's bad knee, Allegedly, she's in all this pain, and they've got to go get pills. So, an OD was in question, right? Had Summer OD'd on medication. We all looked at the little, what appeared to be something like Skittles all over the back seat. We were like, is she really alive in the milk pitcher? We didn't know. Switch over in the Sebastian Rogers case, and we have the situation where even the real father has brought up that, told Nancy Grace's guy that did the polygraph that one of his theories was that there was possibly the mother over-medicating Sebastian. So I think that's very interesting. Oh, Sebastian has brown eyes. Okay, thank you, Carolyn Miller. I wasn't 100% sure, but he did have blonde hair, and he still does have a little bit of blonde hair, Biddle. I heard Seth and I heard Katie talk about their Sebastian's hair, and they said even though it looks dark in the pictures, it's actually got blonde still in it. Forget me not. Good to see you. You say in both cases, the parent that was not home is the parent controlling the narrative. DWNCP. I do have that one. Hold on. I put father, the main speaker, even when not there at the time, allegedly. Right? So with Christopher Proudfoot, he's trying to give us the narrative that he is 3.5 hours away. Right? We got Don Wells that's also long distance away. But yet they both come onto YouTube and the interviews with the mothers. And who does all the talking? The fathers that weren't in the home. Which doesn't make any sense to me. That's an understatement, isn't it, Ellie Andrews? You're right on that. Both had registered SO nearby. That's Look at this. You guys are incredible. Jacqueline, this is a great detail. This is cute. And that is both loved swimming. Both loved swimming. Summer loved to swim in the water. Remember, I know it was nasty looking at that horse pond, but did you see that baby like a fish in the water? It was incredible to watch because she was happy. She was carefree. And we've been told that Sebastian was like a fish in the water. Let's keep going down the list here, you guys. That's really, really a good one. Thank you, Jacqueline. Renee Marie. Both got PRs, spokesmen, and PIs, and then the PIs dropped off. Let me mark that off my list. Hired PI teams. You nailed it, Renee. Renee, you got it. You got it. Lovely. I'm just saying, isn't that the truth? Both got PR spokesmen and PIs. What? In fact, wasn't Summer Wills the first case where we were like, what do you need a PR person for? And look at the havoc that was caused. I'm trying to read some of them. Yep, we got that one, Miss Anonymous. You got that. Lorna says, tardy to the party, but glad to be here. You're never tardy, lovely. You're always exactly when you should be here. We love everybody. Jacqueline, why wouldn't a person that sells security have security cameras? You're right. That's a great question. Carolyn says, great point on the no trespassing. Tanya Hansen says, Max, I believe that's a scent dog, knows where Sebastian went, to the pond. From there, it's anyone's guess, just saying. Wells have not moved you. Well, they did. Okay, let's work on that a little bit together here. They did leave the state, though, right? Like, everybody left the state with Summer Wells. First, Grandma Candace, right? So, Grandis. decides she's got to leave because she had several different stories and it was all family related and all this. She had to go to Wisconsin or Illinois or something like that. So she left. Well, if you go over to Sebastian Rogers' case, we have the step grandparents, the Dirty Socks, leaving to Alaska right after Sebastian went missing. Then when you look at the parents, you've got Don and Candace Wells with Summer. They went to Utah, right? I've always felt like that's where her ashes are, spread all over the Utah mountains. Summer, Moon, Utah, Wells. Utah. Then, over here in the Sebastian Rogers case, we have the parents, the stepdad and the mom, leaving the state too. And heading up to be where they're closer to the stepdad's job. Tracy Seth said he can tie his shoes. I thought so. Ooh, Ely, you're doing an awesome job. Both were starting a new school life. A new life, school, the other living with dad. Okay, I get what you're saying. New schools. Yeah, like Summer was starting a new school, and then Sebastian was switching to go live with his dad and would be starting a different school. Both children liked fishing and water. Carolyn Miller, you guys rock. I had no idea. I was like, I think I got them all. I'll just let people guess, and if I have any left over, I'll throw them out there. We haven't even put a dent in mine, and you guys are still bringing them in. You're right. Sebastian, you see that picture where he's fishing, and he loves it. And he loves the water, too. Right? I'm way behind y'all. I'm so sorry. Both mothers planned full days. Okay, I do have this one, and we're going to get into it. We had mothers with child and very busy day in front of public witnesses. Right? You're right. Both mothers planned full days worth of events prior to the child going missing. Boom, Raven. Hattie had an excellent point. Step siblings. There you go. That's an excellent point. Was there another part to it? Or did I miss it? Kung Fu Panda, I like your name, said both sets of parents have 0 people in their lives at the time of the child missing, coming forward to describe a loving, caring family. Did you notice we didn't have like Dawn and Candace, really good friends, show up and be like, they're wonderful. We had church, right? But not like your normal, like, these are my good friends. They come over for pizza. Those friends were like not friends. They hadn't even been talking. So it was like their world had become almost like its own ecosystem. They weren't involving others. And so it was like it was left to its own accord. And we don't hear any friends coming up for Chris and Katie either. It blows my mind. Aw, Jennifer Swain, lovely. You are amazing. And thank you for that snooper chat, my dear. I greatly appreciate you very, very much. You're very, very kind. Truly. Thank you, lovely. You know that matters in many other ways, too. Because I love you. Carolyn Miller says, excellent point, Kung. I mean, seriously. That is so bizarre. Think about it. Kung Fu Panda is bringing out like a social disconnection from society that was happening in both parents' lives. We don't hear about Summer in any summer programs or Head Start programs or anything like that. I've never heard of that. You don't hear them really joining community picnics or none of that. A little bit with the church there, and that's it. Come over to Sebastian Rogers and we have a disconnect from society. All of a sudden we're listening. He doesn't really have friends. There's no extracurricular academics. It's almost like the children are isolated. There it is. There it is. Let me see. I got to clear something. I did something wrong. Where are we? Ooh, JC mom called significant others first before 911. Both moms called the father in the home. Not the father in the home at the time. I mean the active father figure of the home. That's who the mothers called. Candace called Dawn and Katie called Chris. Davy Jones has a question. Does this sound similar to the Soto case too? There's definitely a bad smell to all the cases. Kung Fu Panda, you get another gold star. Both surrounded by adults who have previous issues and concerns. The Weekend at Bernie thing. Lord. Dreamweaver says, all the males in both cases seem to have narcissistic traits, aggression traits, and like chemical imbalances, in my opinion. Like they're off a little bit. And so what I put on there, because you're right, like I feel that too. And I put on there that they threatened people on YouTube. Like they got on a platform, right, and in front of cameras or even just on recordings, and they showed their arses and threatened people, like aggressively. And that would be Don Wells, Chris Proudfoot, and Seth Rogers. All father figures lost their crap and threatened people. That's still a big hang up for all of us, Dana Lynn. You're right. No surveillance security footage at either home. Right? Ooh, Kung Fu Panda, you're hired. God is hiring you to work for these kids. Listen to this, you guys. Third one for Kung Fu Panda. Both blame the victim. I will say all, right? All the parents blame the victim except for Seth. But when it comes to Katie and Chris and Don and Candace Wells, they blame the child, the victim, the missing person, right? Buddy Lomi says, yeah, that is weird. Rosebud says, CP has history of saying he's somewhere where he's not, in my opinion, right? Remember Nina's account when she went to his mom's house and they said he was in San Diego, but she saw him in the house, right? Let me get back up here. I just jumped a lot. Kung Fu Panda said there's a sketchy grandma in both cases. Oh my God, you're killing me. Is that the truth or what? Ooh, Dreamweaver. Boom. Y'all, we are going to have to go back and literally document every one of these in an actual list when we're done. Somebody volunteer to watch the video again and document to anybody? Listen, Dreamweaver 2, both families, kinfolks, have criminal history. Laura D, both have been horrible parents in my opinion. Wow. Both parents were neglectful, allegedly. Sebastian bullied, allegedly. Summer essayed, and hygiene, allegedly. Thank you, my mystic journey. Let me try to get caught up, you guys. Okay, I missed Renee Marie. Let me get back up there. Thank you, Az. Renee Marie's. I'm scrolling. It's way up there. Okay. Basically, she's saying that the chaos started. The chaos started when the parents came on to YouTube. Let's just put it out there. Okay, let me hit one of mine, okay? Neither child missing is considered a criminal investigation because there is a lack of evidence of foul play to charge anybody with a crime. Right? Good point. A fatal paper cut. I love your name. Chris McDonough suspects appearance in both instances. I'm looking to see if we've already named it, you guys. I'm just skipping it so we can get to the ones that we haven't mentioned yet. Okay. Dreamweaver, you nailed it. All the men in both cases tend to love being in the spotlight and hogging all the attention. Okay, I jumped big time, so I hope I didn't miss anybody. I'm trying, y'all, but we do have a lot of people here. Which says Tyler Bond did not lose his cool. Maybe once he seemed mad, but no swearing or calling YouTubers horrible names like Chris and Don, right? Not sure on that, Butter Biscuit. Did Don Wells call 911, you guys? I thought he did, but it's been a while, so I'm not 100% sure if I remember the answer. Oh, Davy Jones says both had seemingly good parents available, but lived with abusive parents. I don't feel that's true with Summer, because she only had the one set. Right? Summer didn't have a second set of good parents to go to. That's true. Rumors of flyers being taken down. And how about the searchers being threatened? We had it with the YouTubers on Beach Creek Road. Like, there were guns brought out, right? There were people. Remember the video where the guy comes down from the back behind Summers or wherever his house was? So he could almost see Summers. He claimed he saw her in the road, playing in the road just a few days before she went missing or something like that. He met the YouTubers out at the end of his driveway, claiming it was his mom's house with a weapon, packing a weapon, right? So we also have in the Sebastian Rogers case, we all heard about Terry Lynn. She's claiming her tires are slashed. We've heard a lot of, like, searchers being harassed. Now, I think it's weird. Like, here's one. The dads weren't in the home. See, Summers is kind of weird because we heard rumors that he actually wasn't in the home the day before. But yet then we hear Don tell a different story about him being in the home and waking up that morning and all that kind of jazz. It gets confusing on that one, but it does make you wonder. Their moms and dads, grandma and grandpa, they've all been in jail at one point in time. Okay. I don't think Sebastian's mother, Katie, has ever been in jail that I'm aware of. And I do not think that Christopher Proudfoot has ever been in jail. And I do not think that Seth has ever been in jail. Now, you correct me if I am wrong, but I have never heard that. So I want to be careful. Now, here's one for you. Candace Bly Wells and Katie Proudfoot allegedly passed their polygraphs. That's a weird one, huh? Okay, thinking of the wrong case. Okay, thank you. Both owned campers. Good, good, good. Okay. Butter Biscuit says Don was rumored to be staying at houses he was working on, and Chris was staying in the area he was working on. That's what I thought, too. Right. I didn't think any of them had. right? Carolyn Miller points out they're just 10 years apart. Summer was only 5 and Sebastian was 15. Both children had a 5 in their age. Good one. Butter Biscuit says both moms at home and never heard anything. Okay, I'm going to take a breather from chat. And I'm going to read these. Well, I'm not going to take a breather from chat. I'm going to throw one out there. And some of them are big and some of them are little. But I'm going to clear off my list. You guys have put a dent in it. But I still have at least 10. I thought it was weird. And these are kind of comparative. Chris Proudfoot allegedly told Seth to go to church to find his son. Give me a 1 if you've heard that. Give me a 1 if you've heard that. So, I thought that was really a strange statement. Maybe if you go to church, you'll find your son. What now? I worried the parents responsible for Sebastian missing will not be charged because of due to lack of evidence. You're not alone, Dee Marie. You're not alone. Ooh. Cheryl Barbane says, has Happy Hollow Road been searched? There's a very steep hollow that can't be seen from the road. Mattress and box spring down there. Well, that's completely creepy. Ever, forever. That is weird. Alright, so you guys do remember that. Okay. Well, do you remember Don saying he'd see Summer in the resurrection? It's similar. It's both kind of hinting to a child possibly passing over. Now, I don't know if that's what either of them were referring to or not. It's just what it insinuates in my mind. Now, that's just my own opinion, of course. Okay, so y'all remember that? We did talk about how the dads talk for the moms, right? Where when there's interviews of the moms and the dad or the stepfather, the mothers are overrun and the dads take over. Right, Dee Marie? Correct. Both parents will not let people on the property to search, right? Both grandmas left town, correct? Absolutely. I do not believe Don and Candace were ever in the military. I would be shocked. Like you would have to pick me up off the floor. Shenanigans, excellent point. Both moms took photos of kids having a great day before they disappeared. Right, Lorna, referring to like the spirit realm. Right. Well, we all can agree that in Summer Wells' scenario, the narrative changed, right? And it really got confusing. Like, we couldn't keep the timeline straight because the story adjusted. And we had things like, okay, and then we had Jody Sue come in and really screw up the narrative, right? Because then all of a sudden, people are saying she was waiting at the end of the driveway with her purse, blah, blah, blah. And then Candace was leaving and Summer was not there. And it was just crazy. When we go over and we look at the Sebastian Rogers case, the stories have changed numerous times. First, there was no sound. The last word was, I love you, Mommy, and said goodnight to his puppies and that he loved them. She never even said, I love you back, according to her own statement. Then she gets to a next interview and she hears a noise, but doesn't tell us what that was. Just heard a noise. Then we get to the next interview. Now the noise has become a thud, and now his last words are, yes, ma'am, because she says, I don't care what you're doing in there, but go to bed, right? Something like that. And he's like, yes, ma'am. Okay. So in both cases, their stories are all over the place. We did the part about coming on YouTube and showing their hiney. Summer Wells case, it was all about sugar and candy and snacks. Right? Always. It was always talking about the candy, a peppermint, candy all over the back seat. Don Wells giving his whole story about Summer Wells making out a list every day for him to buy her a bag of candy, and he'd bring her home a bag of candy. And we get over in the Sebastian Rogers case, and it's all about snacks and colossal popcorn. Even in the later interviews, it's about the coffee shops and the things he will eat and the things he won't eat, and how it's a feminine food because it's tofu, and how he likes salmon, and it's all about food. And yet neither child looks like they've had any nutrition. Big one for me, you guys. Oh, yeah, Jersey, you're right. Jersey says she also asked if Sebastian fell out of his bed. Excellent point. Yeah, it was more like snacks. Both marriages were in the rocks, right? Not in a good place. Kung Fu Panda, you're rocking the house. Oh, there you go. Michelle Bokey. A thud in the Sebastian Rogers case. A scream over in the Summer Wells case. There was something about a thud, but it never panned out to make any sense in the Summer Wells case. I mean, seriously. Right. If you listen, Michelle Scott says, if you listen to the original video with CPKP, KP did not mention a thud, a noise, period. Actually, she said she fell asleep on the couch. Exactly right. For sure. Aw, welcome, crazy retired lady, to our Starlights, my lovely. I don't know if I can pin it. I missed it somehow. I wish I would have seen it. I would have pinned it. But now I can't get out of it. What did I do? I froze my chat. You guys are doing great. Carolyn Miller. Both children had poor haircuts. And Michelle Bulkey says both children looked underweight. While Kim Proudham says, well, the parents are well fed. Boom, boom, boom. Kung Fu says, in my opinion, thank you, lovely, food is a big deal because they aren't fed properly. They aren't properly fed. Remember, I have dyslexia. I do that sometimes. Kung Fu Panda, Kim Proudham is asking, maybe it's starvation as discipline. Okay. You say, Dreamweaver 2 says, I think Candace Fly had 2 interviews by herself, and so did Katie by herself, or was it just the one? I only know of one with Katie by herself, but I get what you're saying. All right, let's do another one. How about no parents are cleared by LE in either case? That's pretty big. Dawn is not clear to this day in Summer Wells' case. Candace is not clear. In fact, they are the 2 main suspects in the public's eyes. Okay. Hold on, I'm going to grab a drink. Right? And then you go over to the Sebastian Rogers case. We definitely have nobody clear there. Seth's not clear. Chris isn't clear. Katie isn't clear at all. Ellie isn't budging. Now, I've only got a couple more. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I did that one. Candy, equal peppermint, and the colossal popcorn, right? I did find it weird that Candace went to work with Don Wells after Summer got gone. Like she accompanied him to work. I thought that was weird. Like they stuck together. And it was almost like they were paranoid the other one's going to tell on the other one. And so they had to always be together so they knew who was talking to who. Then you come over here and you got Sebastian Rogers, right? And Katie comes right out at the Nancy Grace thing and says, yep, I am accompanying my husband to work. Both mothers left the home where their child allegedly went missing from to go to work with their husbands. Are you kidding me? Zobe says, where's the one with Katie by herself? What was that on, you guys? It was some little company, I think. I saw it. Did you guys see it? I don't remember Don Wells taking a polygraph. Don Wells went to jail, though, on an unrelated charge. Right? Good point, Wild Man's mom. We did bring that up, but you're right. Ooh, it jumped. JC's got a good one. What am I doing wrong? How come it's not showing up like it's supposed to? Hold on, you guys. I screwed something up when I did that pinning of that thing. I don't know what I did. Clear. Okay, let's try this one. Nope. It just leaves chat on there. I guess this is how it's going to be tonight. You're just going to have to see the bottom part of chat, I guess. Unless... I'm not sure. I think I screwed it up somehow. We'll just leave it. It'll work. Bright a Little Me says, yes. How do you leave the house right after your kid has gone missing? I will never understand that. Right? Dreamweaver says, now I have a hard time thinking that Candace had an affair with anybody, I'll be honest. And if she did, I don't think it was somebody of her age appropriateness. I'm just saying. That's just my humble opinion. Ain't worth a grain of salt, but I'm just giving it out there. But Dreamweaver does say the moms both were alleged to having an affair. Oh, good one. Kung Fu Panda. Excellent point. All doors are locked. No one in and no one out in both cases. Right? Both parents lost custody of their children. Oh, that's a good one. Don and Chris are both rude. Right? Kemper says something in that Tennessee water. I don't think so. I've been to Tennessee and I'm still okay. I lived there for a while. I enjoyed it. People were nice and very well educated. That is true. Wiz says Candace changed her story about the locked basement door to Chris Dunna. Said she didn't know if it was locked or not. That mattress was creepy, Missy. I'm talking. To this day, it gives me nightmares. Kim Proudham says, I wasn't around for Summer Wells' case, but I cannot stand to look at either of her parents and believe the true crime jury usually gets it right. Right? Both moms claim all doors were locked, says West. All right, let's see. I only have like 2 more, I think. Let me see. I talked about leaving the state. I got that one. Okay. What's in the sidebar here? Oh, went to work. Okay, this was weird to me. This is weird to me. And this is something I can't understand. Neither moms cried and pleaded for their children at all. They just emotionless was like, well, maybe he went home and somebody abducted him. Yeah, we went home and then somebody got him. Right out of their bedrooms, right? Both children snagged right out of their bedrooms of their home. Well, people are home, right? Mom's home with Sebastian. And heck, you had the boys there, Candace there, Grandma. And somebody just come right into Summer Wells' basement bedroom, the dungeon, and snagged her right out of there. And while Katie was sleeping with all the doors locked, she thinks somebody nabbed her son. How do you think that somebody nabbed your son? Wouldn't they have to have the code to your door or the key? I don't get that. But they never begged for the return, and that's it for me. They never begged, and I mean begged, and pleaded for the return of their child. Neither one of them. They had to be prompted. And now my page is yellow because I highlighted it all. Ooh, triangle. Keep going, you guys. Says both mothers picked up someone the same day. That is true. I'm going to try to reconnect this. Let me see if I can copy this. Copy. I'm going to close chat. So hold on for just a minute, lovely. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, I can't. Dang it. We lost chat. I can read it like we always did. I can't pop it on the screen for you, you guys. I'm sorry. I screwed something up. Jersey, both had dogs that didn't bark. We got that one. Thank you. Like Casey Anthony, says Diane Kelly. Bibby and P says, an update on Operation Blackout. I haven't caught your live in a while. Well, I'm so happy you joined us. Ooh, creepy, right? I mean, shivers down your spine, creepy, bad, bad, bad. Diane Kelly says Susan Smith that drowned her 2 boys in South Carolina years ago. Linda Timmons says, only way that could be is in if they were already let in and hiding. Right, for the abductor. Missy Frederick says both parents were jealous of their children, in my opinion. Candace insinuated jealousy about her daughter, and CP insinuated jealousy over Sebastian. Boom! That's a good one. Colleen brings up both children had a special day when they went missing, right? Kim Prince says fun-filled day with family and activities. Both cases are known worldwide, right, Dana Lynn? Kellen Miller says Summer missing on a Tuesday, Sebastian missing on Monday. Allegedly, both children's names begin with S. I think we've covered it pretty good. We've definitely covered over 30. I had 30. What did I have? 34 myself. Now, you guys named some of them, but I think you had like 40 yourselves. So what'd we do? Like, I would take a guess easily, without a shadow of a doubt, we have at least 50 similarities. Now, let's shift the gear for a minute. Think about this. What are the chances that they would have known as being in the area, right? What was it, 4 hours away or whatever, right? Both cases in Tennessee within 4 hours of each other, 3 hours. They would know about Somerville's case, right? And they could do the research because it's still out there. You can still go watch all the YouTubers' videos. That is true. Butter Biscuit says, on both sides, YouTubers get called names for bringing the good, bad, and ugly out on all sides. Right? As says, yes, in my opinion, location would be very important thing. Oh, weird. Sassy, you always blow my mind. Think of this, you guys. Rogersville, Tennessee of summer, right? Rogersville, Tennessee. And then we have Sebastian Rogers. Boom, sassy. That's crazy. Wow. And yes, Jersey is right. Chris brings up Summer more than once. Way more than once, you guys. Like in one interview, he brought up Summer Wells' case at least more than twice. I don't know how many. Butterbiscuit says Nashville covered Summer, and Katie and Chris live close. Excellent point. Dreamweaver 2, both of the ladies, that the parents sold their children. Allegedly. That's your opinion. Okay. That is weird with the Rogers and Rogersville. And think of this. Oh my gosh. Sebastian Rogers and Rogersville for Summer. Now think of Sumner County and Summer Wells. Boom! I'm getting creeped out. Like, I got goosies on that. Wow, you guys. Yeah, Candace was not approving. Y'all, what? I told you. I'm just telling you. Candace was all like, that's not the way to get things to work good for you. You know. Holy crap, Renee Marie, you got it. Beach High School for Summer. Okay, wait. Beach High School for Sebastian Rogers. Beach High School. Beach Creek Road for Summer Wells. What? What? You guys are blowing my mind. Like, that's crazy. Right. Summer Moon, Utah Wells, and Utah, right? Right. Wes says, both moms say, I just don't know. That's true. That's true. Dreamweaver 2 says maybe CP drugged the mom. Katie then CP and stepdad King got Sebastian and took him somewhere because CP wanted to win that case with Nina in that custody case. That is true. Jim Durkins says CP has made reference to the Summer Wells case. Oh, Lord Raven. Raven says both cases have a trash can involved. Think of that big Borcel barrel, that trash can outside, the metal 50, I guess it's a 50-gallon drum, right? Painted red for sale. And then think about they were at the landfill with Sebastian, and, you know, there were rumors that we've heard, and it's just rumors, we have no proof, that Sebastian talked about the trash, right? About being thrown in the trash or something. I didn't quite always understand that. I'm just shocked how many there really is. No way! Y'all! This is getting creepy weird. Lion King Song says Sebastian went missing in February. Summer was born in February. What month was Sebastian born in? If he was born in June, that's even going to get crazier. I don't know Sebastian's birthday. True, Jersey says both parents were talking on the phone while driving around looking for their kids. That's what I want to know. When is Sebastian's birthday, y'all? There's some weird winky dinks. Carolyn Miller says Tennessee connects to many states: Arkansas, Mississippi, Georgia, North Carolina, Kentucky, Missouri, a centralized hub to many states. December. Okay. November or December. Okay, a lot of people are saying December. Okay. Thank you. Oh, Pearl Harbor Day. Yeah, December 7th, Pearl Harbor. Thank you. And Madeline Soto died in February, day after a birthday party. That is true. That is heartbreaking. Sassy says, if I remember correctly, one of Summer's parents couldn't even remember her birthday, allegedly. They couldn't remember how old she was for sure. It was Dawn. Couldn't remember if she was 4 or 5. Right, Butter Biscuits? Mattresses in both homes in question. Good way to put it. All right, my lovely. I'm going to jump off here for tonight. I just wanted to hit that really hard. I really wanted to work on this case. I wanted to understand. You guys have blown my mind. What I thought was a pretty good list turned into an incredible list with all. You guys more than doubled me. You guys are really amazing. You're very intelligent. If anybody decides that they would like to go through this and like email me a list of all the Quinky Dinks, give me a 1 right now because otherwise I will work on it in the next day or two, but we can't let it go. I want them listed out so that we can literally put it together and analyze that. How many did we have today? Tell us some of our lists someday. I shared my list with you guys. You finally got almost all of them. I can read it real quick. I'll just hit it real quick. Mine were CPS was involved. They both lived in Tennessee. Both parents left the state. One to Utah, one to the other. Both fathers allegedly working. Mother with the child. Very busy day in front of witnesses. Jam-packed with events. Grandparents both left the state. Father main speaker, even though not at the home at the time, allegedly. None of the parents are cleared by LE. Mother not talking, but the father doing all the talking. Lots of snacks and candy. Remember the peppermint and the colossal popcorn. Neither kids being found. Both parents speaking in the past tense. Both claiming that they believe that their child is abducted. Both fathers coming on to YouTube and showing their hiney. Hiring a PI team and a PR team. Never heard of that. Never searching for their child. Never hanging up a flyer. Changing their stories. Refusing to allow searchers on the property after initial searchers by LE. Chris telling Seth to go to church to find his son. Don saying he would see her in the resurrection. Dad saying, oh, we a lot. I guess I did miss that. When actually it would have only been Mom there, and the dads will say, we saw her when we saw him go to bed at night. And that's Chris Proudfoot will say that when he wouldn't have been there. And then you have the same thing with Don Wells. Rumors of alcohol. Dads calling in, all 3 of them, calling in on YouTube and physically threatening violence and harm to others. None of it is considered in any of the situation a criminal investigation due to the lack of evidence suggesting foul play. Neither mother cried nor begged for their children. Searchers were threatened, and after the child goes missing, both moms leave the area with their husbands and accompany them to work. Now, I did miss one. I will add on, and that is that YouTubers involved their personal lives and entangled them with the Wells case, and they are now doing it in the Sebastian Rogers case. Boom! But you guys had so many more. Brady Lil Me says first time in the room, and I love it. Thank you. And we loved having you. Thank you, lovely. We come on most in the evenings just to talk. Sometimes all I do is listen to you guys and share back my thoughts. Sometimes we do work, think tanks, and sometimes we do all kinds of stuff. What am I kidding? Ooh, I can't leave yet. Renee Marie says Jose went to Alaska and worked at a fishing boat. And think about it. We have Alaska referenced in the Sebastian Rogers case with the step-grandparents going to Alaska for work. All right, my lovelies. I really do appreciate you. I really, really, truly do. I'm going to leave you to enjoy this little fireplace over here. I'll turn it up for your liking. And with that, I will see you again very, very soon. Show your love for everybody. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. A special thank you to everybody that showed up tonight on the live. And a special thank you to all that replay crew. Love you guys. To the moon and back. And I pray for true justice for both Sebastian Rogers and Summer Wells.